What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Kyrie, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. Kyrie and Concepts are back, and they have done it once again. And today, I got the special edition box. So let's take a look at the special edition packaging, and then we'll take a look at the newest sneakers in the Kyrie 6 line. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, now if you know anything about Concepts, you know that they are masters when it comes to limited edition packaging on really nice sneakers. And the ones that we are looking at today are no exception. Now, as we all know, Kyrie is really big when it comes to ancient mythology, hieroglyphics, world theories, conspiracy theories, and things of that nature. So today's sneaker is actually taking a look at some ancient Egyptian mythology, and that starts with the packaging. Now, on the lid of the box here, you can actually see there's some sand, and it looks like the sun is hitting the sand, which actually gives us a little bit of an idea as to what we're going to be talking about and looking at today. Now, in the background on the side of the box and on the long sides of the box here, you actually see hieroglyphics. It looks like a hieroglyphic wall here, again tying in with the entire Egyptian theme of the shoe. You can actually see those hieroglyphics a lot better on the long side of the box as well, with kind of the night shining on here, and then you have the light shining on the bottom. The bottom of the box, it actually is pretty much the same picture here, but it just has this bluish light on it. Almost makes it look like it's nighttime. Now, when we pop open the lid on the box here, you actually can see the Kyrie and Concepts logo on the inside lid of the box as well, against that really nice emerald green color. Finally, inside of the bottom of the box here, again, more sand. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Kyrie 6 with Concepts Khepri. Now, first impressions of the sneaker. Gorgeous sneaker, beautiful colors executed on this sneaker here. There's a lot of details in here. Let's get right into it. All right, first things first, where did the inspiration behind the guava ice colorway come from? If you guys have ever seen photos, or if you're ever lucky enough to actually go to Egypt, then you would notice it's a gorgeous sun in the morning, and you can see these colors really pronounced brightly in the sky. So the guava ice here, the kind of that pink colorway with that blue underneath here, kind of this iridescent kind of bluish colors here around the back of the shoe. It's all made to look like the morning sky. First thing I want to talk about on this sneaker is the quality of the leather. They put some incredible pebbled leather on this sneaker. Really nice. I honestly did not expect to get this high of quality leather on this Kyrie. It's a great material. Now, underneath that, you see this really dope looking iridescent swoosh that actually looks like it's been chipped away inside of the swoosh here. Now, I'm not sure if that goes into the beetle theme, because beetles tend to chew away at leaves and things of that nature, or if there's a different reason for that, but it looks kind of cracked and broken inside of the swoosh here. I thought that was really dope. You guys can even see how nice of a stitch job they did encasing that iridescent swoosh deep inside of that really nice leather. On the second eyelid of the shoe there, you can actually see some really dope hieroglyphics. The Ankh is in there, along with a couple of other really nice hieroglyphics as well. I love that touch. Moving down from there, of course, you see the big strap on the sneaker. Now, again, the Kyrie 6 lacing system has this big strap across it now, instead of the old Venus flytrap lacing system we used to see on the older Kyries. Now, you guys can actually see that scarab beetle with the wings on the side of it. That is made to represent Khepri. Now, we're going to get into who Khepri is in just a moment. You actually notice it a little bit better when you open up the Velcro strap, how iridescent it is. You don't really get that iridescent shine the way that the light can hit it when the strap is closed. Now, moving down from there into the toe box, you guys get this knit, this really nice performance knit pattern here, getting away from the leather, adding more functionality into the sneaker down here in the toe where it counts. On the medial side of the shoe here, where the strap is, you actually see the Concepts branding as well. Now, that Concepts branding is also seen at the top of the tongue here in leather. You also get these really nice iridescent Concepts letters here as well. On the left shoe, instead of the Concepts branding, you're going to get an iridescent Kyrie Irving logo. On the heel of the shoe here, again, you get that all-seeing eye inside of that hand logo as well. All this really nice icy blue kind of iridescent color as well. I like that. This honestly is the only part of the Kyrie 6 I really don't like, is the 6 in Roman numerals that's on the medial side of the left shoe. I get why they put it in there, but I'll be honest with you, I'm just not a big fan of the big 6 right there. Of course, you get the guava ice laces, but you're also going to get an extra set of the green laces as well, just in case you want to swap them out. And last but not least, on the outsole of the sneaker here, all these different colors here, again, looking like the all-seeing eye up here in the forefront of the foot. Really dope, having that nice little eye in the center as well. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the sneakers itself. Now, who exactly was Khepri? Let's dive a little bit into that story because it's an interesting one. Now, the name Khepri actually means to create or creation, loosely translated in Egyptian. Khepri was actually a representation or a form, one of three forms of the sun god Ra. Now, Khepri was represented by a man with the face of a scarab beetle or just by the scarab beetle in and of itself. Now, you may be asking, why in the world is a scarab beetle a representation of a god? Here's why. The ancient Egyptians used to believe that the scarab beetle had the ability to create itself. What I mean by that is, if you're familiar with the way that scarab beetles are and what they do, they actually roll balls of dung, that's boo-boo if you didn't know, along the ground until the ball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Once the ball is a perfect sphere and it's of a certain size, they actually insert eggs into the balls of dung that create larvae and thus hatch more scarab beetles. Thus, the beetle has the ability to create itself out of these balls of dung. Now, as the scarab beetle moved the ball of dung along throughout the day, the ancient Egyptians used to believe that that was representative of the sun moving throughout the sky from day into afternoon into night. Now again, Khepri was only one of three gods that formulated the sun god Ra. In the afternoon, the sun god Ra took on that name Ra, and in the evening, the sun god Ra took on the form of Atum. Atum basically had a death at the end of every day, whereas the day died, Atum would go into the underworld and then would be carried out of the underworld back into the new morning again by Khepri. And that is what inspired the colorway behind the sneaker and the message behind the sneaker as well. It's supposed to represent resurrection, it's supposed to represent empowerment, and it's also supposed to represent creation and new life, recreating yourself. Kyrie has been a player that we have seen recreate himself many times and has also tapped into many powers that the ancient Egyptians believed they could also tap into back in the mythological days. So that's why the sneakers are made to look like the morning sun. It's made to look like the morning sun to represent the significance of Khepri, who is the form of the sun god Ra. All in all, really fly sneaker here. I love the message behind it. I love the significance of the sneaker, and I love how much time, attention, and effort went into Kyrie's process of designing this sneaker, coming up with this concept, and of the Nike team and the Nike design team over there actually digging into the stories of these ancient Egyptian figures and putting all those ideas and concepts together to come out with a really fly message and colorway for Kyrie's latest. Hopefully you guys can get your hands on a pair if you're going after them. All right, guys, that's pretty much all that I have to say about the shoe. Now you know what time it is. It's time for you guys to sound off down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about the Nike Kyrie 6 with concepts Khepri. Is this one that you guys want to add to your collection? Are you into Egyptian mythology and ancient Egyptian gods? Or is this one that you're going to go ahead and pass on, save a little bit of money for something else that you may want to get your hands on? Sound off down below. Let me know. Of course, while you're down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family and make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you, I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kyrie. This is the Kyrie 6 with concepts Khepri, and until next time, I'm out.